everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Screamers Unscripted podcast. I am Mellend, one of your fellow co-hosts, and I'm joined with the beautiful, the bald, the OBG. Hello, sir. How are we?
People, I'm really good, man. Thank you for coming in. We had a massive support on the stream coming in on the raid. We had 27 people, 25 coming straight in, which is amazing. It's another week, man. This is the second episode. So yeah, I look forward to this every Thursday, as do you. How hyped have you been this week, Mellend?
Mate, this is the only thing that gets me through my week. If I didn't have a podcast to look forward to or a stream, I don't think I'd be able to cope, honestly. I wouldn't be able to get through.
That's awesome, man. You've got a drink in your hand, Mellend. What have you got today, dude?
So tonight, my friend, we are starting with some Planet Pale. I have then lined up for the next one some Dead Pony Club. So
Dead Pony Club.
We're good to go.
Nice. What made you choose them?
It's all I've got left.
That's all I got left. Just fucking drunk my way through them. Now I'm off my tits. So.
I'm not gonna lie. It's all I've got left. But it's the good ones though. They're still nice. The Planet Pale is okay. I'd say that's probably my least favourite so far. I've run out of Clockwork Tangerine, which was beautiful, mate.
That's one of my faves. That and you say you Dead Pony Club. Dead Pony Club's like a 4.5%, something like that.
I think so. Where is it? 3.8 apparently.
Oh, 3.8. So it's a bit of a weak one. That's fine.
Low.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I won't take the piss out of you for drinking a weak beer. It's fine.
Listen, it's Thursday night. I can't go too mad. You know, I gotta go to work in the morning. You know, we've got to play it sensible.
Can't go heavy on a school night.
Can't go. I'm not drinking like the 15% that you're drinking some nights. And you've been on the Mount Gay. Let's not forget about that.
I have. I've been on the Mount Gay today, chat, as well. So I'm on the rum and coke. So let me get the beers out. Let's see what we've got in the fridge.
What have we got? What's he got, chat? Let's have a look. I think I see. Is that an Elvis juice?
No,
what is it?
It's
no.
not.
What is it?
It's a Candy Kittens.
I've never tried that. What is that?
You've never tried the Candy Kittens. It is a raspberry and guava New England IPA.
The guava ones are quite nice, to be fair.
They're a nice little bit of sweetness, aren't they?
Yeah, I quite like the guava ones.
Yeah, I've had one of the hazy guavas as well. Tay Kershaw coming in with the sub, man. Thank you so much, dude. We are looking at chat, so we are trying to do two things at once. But like I say, depending on how quick chat rolls, we'll try and catch up with you.
We will do our best.
Spawn, thank you for the first time chatter, dude. Coming in on the OBG raid. Tree Tattoo, awesome. Thank you, Daz. Welcome in. Bait, Guava, fancy. So let's try this. I'm going to get my glass out as well, Mellend, because I feel like I can't drink it out of a can when you're drinking it out of a nice glass.
Honestly, mate, we've got to have the glass. It's tradition now. We've got to get it poured, and we've got to do the little cheers.
We have got to do the little cheers. Let's get this out and see what it's like. Oh.
While you're doing that, I'll do some little announcements. So, for those of you in chat, we've got some new emotes for Tier 1 subs. So, if you go in your emotes, you'll see some new emotes available to you. So, get them smashing, get them hypes going, and we'll love to see them. We really will. Are you ready for the cheers?
Yeah, it looks like I've just put like grapefruit juice in a glass, but it's
does.
not. It's clear.
Cheers to you, sir. Happy podcast
Thursday,
day,
man. Happy podcast day.
Bloody lovely.
Oh, that is fucking nice. That is nice. So yeah, we've had a lot of people submitting questions into the Discord, which has been amazing. So if you've submitted some questions, there's a lot to choose from. So
there is
a couple of things we wanted to do was we've got a couple of things that were happening in chat. We've got a channel point redemption, which is ask a question or propose a topic. So if you're in chat at the moment and you want to use that channel point for suggesting a topic, it's not something we could potentially instantly answer now, but if we will bank the question and we will work our way through it. So if it's not on this podcast, we'll do it for the next podcast.
Yes. Talking about questions, should we start off with a little question? Let's go for it. So we got a question submitted by one of the members of the community called Ace Coda, aka Innuendos, who submitted a question that said, "How do you stand out from the 9.2 million streamers on Twitch?"
Nice, 9.2 million. Well, I didn't even know there was that many. Did you?
Did I, mate? No. To be honest with you, I thought there was more. I don't think 9.2 million really. I would imagine with all the accounts that are on Twitch, I thought there'd be more people.
Yeah, like a lot of the accounts that are on there don't stream, so I'm assuming that that's the collated number of people who have actually gone live on Twitch, which is a good number. I don't know. What would you say was the thing that makes your stream stand out, Mellend?
I'd say in this day and age, it's very hard to stand out. It is very hard. You know, it's a very competitive market if you are doing it to stand out. Personally, that's not why I stream. I stream just for the fun of it. But if I look at it as a way to if I want to stand out, the only way I can do it is try and make my stream look as professional as possible and be as engaging, as chatty, and as entertaining as possible. Otherwise, I don't think personally that you would really get anywhere with it. But then again, that's not why I stream. So it's a hard question to answer, to be honest with you.
It's a tough one because you've got a couple of aspects. You've got like stream titles. What do you put in your stream titles that draw people in? Like, there's a lot of clickbait on there that are from a lot of streams. But also, the thing I see from that question is you have like the front page of Twitch where you've got everyone's preview of like a snapshot of their screen.
Yeah.
Now, if you're streaming something and you're just streaming the game, you've got no overlays, you will get zipped past. So to stand out from that front, you've got to have something that draws people in. Like we've got overlays here, we've got the white background, we've got the camera cutouts. I think that is the thing that helps you stand out on Twitch.
Yeah, I agree. And I think a good camera, you know, an appealing camera is something for me. If I see lights, if you've got good lighting, especially, you know, these sort of like mood lighting, so how I've got in my background, how you've got in your background, we've got the sort of like the purple, blue themes going on. They seem to be very appealing to the eye. And they always, when I'm looking for streamers, if I'm going through the recommended page or I'm going through just a category, looking for a streamer to go and drop in and say hello, that'll be the first thing I initially get drawn to, is someone with an appealing looking camera. So I'd say that's definitely something that if I was looking to stand out, that'd be something I'd do straight away, is have something that draws the eye very quickly and have those professional looking overlays, you know. And they're not even that hard to get, really. You can go and purchase them. I've done that in the past. They're not too expensive for those people that don't have the know-how to go into After Effects or go into Photoshop, or, you know, don't have the patience for it. Then go to sites that, like, you know, owned is it owned.tv, I think it's called. One that's a really popular one. You know, you can get loads of overlays and you can modify them to how you want them and stuff. So there's a little stream tip for you, chat.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like you've got Nerd or Die as well as another one that you can get freebies from. Yeah, there's loads of free ones out there, but it depends on what you're streaming as well. If you're streaming just chatting, you need to have something that is like a good setting, like me and you have. You've got the colours in the background. If you're doing just chatting and you've just got a camera with very little lights or poor lighting, you do need to up your game. I'm going to be frank. Like, I won't go into a lot of just chatting streams if they're just like dull. If they've got interactivity, they've got overlays, etc., it draws you in. But you're right. So yeah, I think like a couple of things, like we've said, making sure your stream stands out on the front page. Yeah. Catchy stream titles.
Yeah, exactly. And be creative with it. You know, I wouldn't say I'm the best at it. I still struggle at times to think, what the hell can I... Because I don't want... Because mine, especially because I stream on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Wednesday, I always put Happy Hump Day. There's a lot of people that put Happy Hump Day because it's an easy thing to say. It's catchy. But a lot of people put it. So maybe you don't stand out as much doing that. But it's very hard to come up with stream titles. I always find that one of the most difficult things is being creative with it. But you just got to think outside the box, I think.
And the Americans do Taco Tuesday. Every Tuesday, you look at Twitch, it's Taco Tuesday on every stream title. Every stream title. So be different, be unique. Put something on there that is like a little bit different. Like I put one of my stream titles. My most clicked on stream title was, bar my 40th birthday, was 1998 bold Brit winner Vogue cover magazine. Do you know what I mean? It was like, okay, and that'll get people in. Like, okay, he's like, he said he was on Vogue. Let's have a look at this guy. Yeah. Or Johnny Sins lookalike winner 2004. Stuff like that. It works. Like, do you know what I mean? So there's those little things that you need to do.
He's a man of many trades, that Johnny Sins.
He is.
He really is. He's a plumber. He's a streamer now, apparently, as well.
Oh wow.
That's because you're obviously now a streamer and you look exactly like him.
Okay, fair enough.
Just in case no one got the context I think that went a bit over your
that.
head. Yeah,
Get over my head.
Sorry.
Little man Kev, thank you so much for coming in. Welcome in, dude. First time chatter. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you being here, dude, for the podcast as well. Another thing, I've got a little bit of question. Obviously, it's been the Queen's funeral. Obviously coming up on Monday.
Yes.
And obviously King Charles has been super fucking busy with the family this week. Like super busy. His arse has not sat on a chair for fucking hours.
I feel bad for him. I really do. Because, he's been waiting for this for so long, and it's very bittersweet. It's come. I suppose he knew that whenever it finally came, that it's going to be bittersweet because it means that his mum's passed away. But I think he's seems to be holding up well. You can see him in a few of the speeches. You can see he's kind of holding back a bit of emotion. You can feel that. But I think it shows the sort of like the human, normal side of him that he's doing that. Kind of showing that emotion and being very gracious about it. So. I've never had a problem with Charles. I'm not a big royalist. I'm not going to lie, but I've always thought Charles seems like a bit of an old G personally.
I think him being king is not going to change a lot of things. I think he will just improve on what his mum did over the course of her 70-year reign. He's probably got another 15, 20 years in him, probably. How old is he? 70?
I think he's in his mid-70s. I'm not 100% sure.
Something. Well, he must have at least another 20 years in him, and that's fine. I think there's a lot of things that are going to change. Like we're going to have new currency, we're going to have new money, aren't we? We're going to have his head on like new notes, which is going to be done in 2023. Do you think, Mellend, we're going to get a regular bank holiday off for the Queen's to not celebrate the Queen's death, but to commemorate the Queen's death?
I think potentially. I would be surprised if they didn't. I mean, we've obviously got the bank holiday this Monday coming up just because it's a funeral, but I think it would be a tribute to her for people to get a bank holiday, and plus I would always want an extra day off work. I'm never going to say no to that. So I would always I hope for the best that we do get one. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but here's fingers crossed, my friend. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Like I say, the sort of the 8th of September. It was the 8th of September, wasn't it, when she died? 8th of September.
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, that might become a national holiday. You never know. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Now, going back to the beers, like we love a Brewdog.
Yes, sir.
We spend a lot of money at Brewdog because them beers aren't cheap. But they are good beers.
Yeah.
What sort of things have you tried or have you not tried from Brewdog? So what is on your bucket list of things to try?
So I'd say, to be honest with you, I didn't even know they had such a big catalogue of beers. Obviously, I've seen the ones and I've tried the ones that you can get in most supermarkets, which are the kind of the headliner ones. So Elvis Juice, Hazy Jane, there's a couple of others, Punk IPA. They're usually the ones where you can find in Asda or Tesco or wherever else. But ever since I've realised there's an actual website where you can buy more, that's thanks to you as well. Thank you for making me spend more money.
I got you a discount and free postage, you cheeky bastard. That
is true. I will let you off. Only because you've got shares in it, man. You practically work for Brewdog.
Fair enough.
I want to really try some of the ones you've suggested. So even that one that you've got now, that to me that sounds well nice. I'm a big fan of the guava one, so I want to give that a try. I want to buy a bundle of all the unique ones that you can't get in store. That's what I want to get next.
Yeah,
because I want to try them.
Yeah, they do some good offers on their website. There's a couple like Shadowmaker. There's a one on there called Shadowmaker, which is really good. There's loads. Like there's not many that I haven't tried. There's ones that I haven't tried because they're so fucking expensive. Like some of the bottles, like the 400ml bottles, are like 11 quid.
Yeah.
Like they're fucking expensive. But I will go for the cans. Like the Candy Kittens is good. It's a nice sweet. It's 6%, so it's a good volume. I tell you what, a bit controversial. I'm not a massive fan of the Hazy Jane or the triple hazy.
No, I had one left from earlier, and I was drinking it while you were streaming earlier, and I just thought, it's not that nice. It's actually not very enjoyable compared to the others. I mean, for me, Elvis Juice will always be number one. Elvis Juice is the nicest tasting one. I could drink that all day, honestly. But no, Hazy Jane is. I'm not a massive fan. I'm not a massive fan either.
So you like the Lost Lager, don't you?
I do. I don't know if they do any other lagers, or well, to be honest with you, half of the time I don't even know what I'm drinking. I know these ones I'm drinking are I know the Planet Pales and Ale, and the Dead Pony Club's an IPA. I'm quite partial to an IPA more than I am to an ale. But the lagers, I think the Lost Lager, because that's the one you can mainly get in most places on draft. So I've always been a big fan of that because it's very nice off draft. But no, I want to try some of the ones. That's my next little order. I think I'm going to place.
See, I don't like the Lost Lager. I think it tastes like piss.
Really? I
really don't like it. I compare the Lost Lager to like the Carling of this world.
Oh, mate.
I know. I've said it.
We'll have to agree to disagree on
Agree
this one.
to disagree. I do agree with you with Elvis Juice, though. That is top of my list.
Yes.
Have you tried the stouts from Brewdog, like layer cake?
No, I've not tried any of them.
You want to try? Yeah, definitely. If you get a chance, pop a can of layer cake on your order. It's a marshmallow chocolate stout. Ooh. It's absolutely gorgeous. Nice. Are you a Guinness drinker?
I am a Guinness drinker. I love a bit of Guinness, but it has to be cold. I can't drink it warm, or I can't drink it like neutral. It has to be cold. It
has to be crisp. You will like the stouts. Shadowmaker, layer cake. Next time you put an order in, pop a couple of cans of those on, and you won't regret it. You won't regret it. You'll thank me afterwards.
I will do. I'll be coming to you for discount. Don't worry.
Definitely. So Innuendos has put a couple of questions on as well. So this is another one from Ace Coder, who's come in on the chat. What's the question? What's the second one he's put in, Mellend?
Second one lined up is from Innuendos. So we've got, how important is the game that you play to the success of your stream? Do game streams work or tank your numbers?
Oh, now I love a just chatting stream. I can chat. I've like had 6 hour just chatting streams. It's been like a fucking therapy session. It's been like that. It's been good. I've enjoyed it. Like, I've been listening to music. I've cried. We've had chats, and I've been drinking shots of fucking Fireball. And I've had my highest viewer numbers on just chatting streams. Yeah.
I personally think I agree with you. I always see, for example, I'm a bit gamed out at the moment. I've been playing Fortnite to death with you recently, and I've been playing Fortnite with my other friends as well. I just needed a break from games. So last night I decided to just have a pure just chatting stream, and I felt not that I had more fun, but I felt like I had much more engagement with chat, and I enjoyed it more doing like I enjoyed the streaming more. Purely because it just felt like I was getting the most engagement. So I do think it depends, because especially when you look at your Twitch analytics, you can see where your chat kind of gets the highest engagement and where things start to drop off. And I've always noticed that things start to slow down and drop off when I start playing my games. So there's there's pros and cons to it, I guess. To me, you gotta as long as you're streaming and having fun, then I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily am so worried about whether it's going to tank my numbers. I guess
we're not numbers guys, are we? Though
no, we're not. But then again, I do go and look at the analytics, so I must be a numbers guy deep down, if you know what I mean. Because I am looking, and I am checking it. So there must be somewhere in me thinking, should I tweak things here and there, or.
It's good to look back and go, what happened and when did it happen and why has it happened? Yeah. But you don't. You use that to make an informed decision on your next stream and go, okay, I did an hour of just chatting and then I started playing and then my numbers dropped. Why was that? Was it the game I was playing? Was it the fact that I was getting a bit sweaty and I was ignoring chat? And that's what you need to evaluate. You sort of self-criticize. You go through and go, okay, that was a good stream. I enjoyed myself. I had fun. Looking back at the numbers, maybe paints a different picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Warzone fucking kills me. Absolutely kills my stream. Like, I look back when I used to play Warzone, and honestly, I haven't streamed it for at least 3 months. Yeah, at least a quarter, because every time I streamed it, I'd have like an hour of just chatting, doing intros, seeing how everyone is, asking questions, how's everyone's week, it's nearly Friday, etc., etc. Yeah, getting people sort of in a bit of a Friday mood, like an early Friday stream. But now, when I used to go from that and I used to switch to Warzone, my chat used to sort of die. People, if you're watching Warzone, you go to someone else who's a pro Warzone player, you won't watch fucking little old me or you, let's be honest. Unless you have something on your stream that makes it more interactive, and Warzone just isn't that. looking back at my numbers after streaming Warzone, it was fucking garbage. Like,
it is.
Warzone is not that, is it?
No, and I think it's that game, especially if you're streaming it, it is so hard to keep a consistent viewer base because there's just so... and it's the same with Fortnite, to be fair. There's so many people playing it that it's hard if you're ever going to try and get on that recommended page, or if someone comes and looks in the Fortnite or the Warzone category, you're going to be so far down that list, so it's going to be very, very hard to get noticed. So it's... I agree with you that Warzone probably isn't the best game to play. That's why I don't bother with it. And plus, I am terrible at Call of Duty, so I wouldn't even begin to think about streaming it. But no, I enjoyed doing my just chatting streams. I did one last night. It was me and Liv. We were just sat here watching funny videos. We had Tay, who's in chat now. We played this song called the Netto song that Tay suggested. We were listening to it. We were having a vibe. Chat was loving it. And those streams are the sort of streams I love the most. So I'm all for the just chatting streams personally. I think that's where you get the most engagement. If people in chat are looking for a streamer that's that sort of streamer.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, Warzone is not it. Fortnite, you can do both, because I think Fortnite is more of a relaxed gameplay style, because the map is bigger and you have a bit of fun. You can like sit there and shield up and then quickly check chat and talk, which is amazing. Thank you, Heckers, for the raid as well, man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you coming in.
Cheers, Heckers.
But you're right. Like, I don't think I will ever stream Call of Duty anymore. I think I might stream Modern Warfare 2.
I was gonna say.
Do you know what'll happen? At the peak of Modern Warfare 2, as everyone starts streaming it, it will be high.
Yeah.
As soon as it turns to shit, like it always does, your numbers will drop. I don't know whether I will. Chat, what do we reckon? Do we think Modern Warfare 2 is going to be a game that's going to be streamable? That's the pivotal question.
It depends what type of streamer you are. For me, if I like the idea of streaming like a campaign game, like a story-based game. So the idea of like the Harry Potter game coming out at some point this year, for example. I know you can't wait for it. Yeah, I would love to stream that, because it's a story-based game that if you have a consistent chat base that come in near enough every stream, you have your regulars, they can all get behind it and kind of follow along with the story with you. So there is certain games that are going to come out over the next year or two that I'm looking forward to, and I'm looking forward to streaming. Call of Duty campaign, I might consider doing, because I really enjoyed the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. Multiplayer side, possibly, but only, like, say for example, if I was streaming, sometimes I do variety games, so I'll do an hour of Fortnite, an hour of Among Us, an hour of Fall Guys, and we just kind of split the games up throughout the night. I might add that into the variety games that we play, if you get what I'm saying. So we'll see. I am excited for it, though. I am very excited for it.
I think a lot of people were saying that they've put out a trailer tonight. I've not watched it. I've not watched the gameplay. I've tried to steer clear of it because I wanted to just enjoy tonight's stream. Yeah. Dazzler says that it's not about that for him. It's having fun, and that's what matters. And that's the same as me and you, having fun. But at the moment, Modern Warfare is not fun. Warzone is not fun.
No, it's to be honest with you, I've never really enjoyed Call of Duty. The only reason I've ever played it is because my other friends did, and it was just kind of getting in with them, and because that's all they wanted to play. But I've never enjoyed Call of Duty multiplayer. I've never had a fun time playing it. I just get raged. I just get enraged by it. So no, it's not something for me at all. But I do love Fortnite. Fortnite I can play all day. Yeah,
I can play Fortnite for 7, 8, 9, 10 hours and just come off smiling. Exactly. I don't get angry. Like, if I don't get a crown win, fuck it, on to the next one. Drop it fucking Rocky, pick up your guns and shoot some kids.
Exactly. It's so much easier to play. It's more chilled out. You don't feel the kind of, I don't know, the pressure of playing. I always feel like more pressure with playing Call of Duty. I don't know why.
Yes. Yeah. Island Vibing has said it depends on what your goals for stream are. And that's the thing. It's a good comment, actually. Like, my goals for stream are to have fun. Like, I don't care, and we don't care if we have one person in stream or 50 people. Like, if they're enjoying themselves and they come to stream and they leave happier than when they joined, or they leave as happy, we're happy. And that's it, isn't it, Mellend?
It is. That's what it's all about. I honestly, when I first started streaming originally, I just did it to stream with my friends, to play with my friends, and thought we always end up having a laugh here, and I think if people would probably want to watch that, so I'll stream it. Then I took a little bit of a break, and it's only through watching you that I thought that's kind of give me a bit of spark of inspiration that I want to get back into it, but with a bit more of a different feel, be more engaging, have this sort of like do more just chatting streams, and just be kind of someone that you can bounce off people in chat. And I think it's doing that. I've enjoyed it more than when I first started. I really enjoy this more sort of this style of streaming. I think it's the way to go personally.
Yeah. And you feel more relaxed. Like, I remember starting stream up and being really stressed and really anxious, like, oh, my numbers. And I'm like, fuck that. No one cares about numbers. Like, you go on and do you. You do you is the motto everyone on Twitch should be. It's like,
exactly.
Whatever you're streaming, if you're going on to, you wouldn't be a comedian, go on stage and be fucking scared. You just enjoy yourself and have a laugh and rip the piss out of people. Yeah. Same with streaming. You go on and you have your broadcast, and you've got to come off going, I fucking love that. And if you aren't doing that, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Exactly. And I think, do you know what? It's a really good way of putting it with the comedian. To be honest with you, I bet there's lots of comedians that have this ton of material, and they'll go on stage, and I bet half of them don't even do the majority of the material that they've got planned, because so much happens with, like, hecklers and stuff like that, and you can bounce off people in the crowd, and it's almost the same streaming, especially if you're doing like the sort of just chatting streams where you're trying to be entertaining. I think that when I go live, I have this plan. Like last night, I had a plan me and Liv were going to play some GeoGuessr. We never even did any of that. We just start and watch stupid videos, because that's what chat wanted to do, and we were just bouncing off chat and vibing off them. That's what I think, as long as you're coming out of it enjoying yourself, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. And as long as people are enjoying it themselves, then happy days, I say. Exactly.
Like, we've both, we share a lot of content with each other, because obviously we co-stream on the podcast. We're both streamers, and we have a similar sort of viewer base and audience, I'd say, as well, because we're both from the UK. We stream similar sort of times, different days, which is good. Yeah. But our viewer base is all about positivity and fun. So there's a lot of crossover on our audiences, and I think that's what is good. Because when they come to my stream or your stream or anyone's stream that is in this sort of the Team OBG community, and they have the sort of the same ethos, that they come here for a good time.
Yeah, and that's the big thing about this community, is that we're all there to support each other. I can't tell you the amount of people from the community that pop in my chat, and they're not there for self-promo. They're not there for any selfish reason. They're only there to show support, and that means the world. And that's all through the Discord. And that's I think we said it in the last episode. That is the one big stream tip. Get in a good community Discord that everyone supports each other. It's not for self-promo. It's not, you need to get a good community around you, and that helps you not feel so isolated when you're streaming.
Yeah, you're right. That moves on to our next question, which is around the platforms that you're on and how do we split our time? Because, Mellend, you've got a full-time job.
Yes.
You work 9 to 5, 5 days a week?
More or less, yeah. So 5 days a week. It's 8:30 till 4:30, but so basically a 9 to 5. Yeah. So that's what I do day to day. Yeah.
So you've got a full-time job. I've got a full-time job. I'm the same as you. I've got 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, or 10 till 6, whatever, Monday to Friday. We've got families outside of that. I've got a wife. You've got obviously a partner and a little lad. Yeah. So the question that's coming in is how many platforms are you on, and how do you split your time between streaming, stream prep, community, and social media? So what do you do to spread it out?
Honestly, I don't know. And that is the truth. It's very, very difficult to get a very good balance between what you want to do in your personal life. So I consider my personal life my family and my work. Stream life is separate, but stream life is almost because I have a very obsessive personality. If I get obsessed and hooked on something, which is at the moment is streaming, and that almost becomes my sole focus. So when I'm at work or when I'm meant to be spending time with Liv, I'm sometimes just all I can think about is plans for streaming. Yeah. ideas for the next time I stream or whatever. So it's a very hard balance to keep, and to keep, if you want to get that engagement through other platforms like TikTok or Twitter, you have to constantly be on it. outside of when you're streaming, creating clips or just creating unique content, that is a difficult balance to keep and have a personal life with for me with a fiance and a little boy who's nearly 2. It's difficult, man. And you're the same, you know. You've got a missus you got Lenny as well. They need you. They need old ball G.
They do, man. You're right. Like I get up in the morning. I get up at 7:30 and I don't start work. My first meeting's around about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So my first hour and a half is queuing up Twitter posts, queuing up social media, like thinking, okay, what happened last night? And I probably let's be honest, I spend 10 hours streaming a week. That is it. No more, no less. People have said do more days. I'm like, you can fuck off. I'm doing 3 days. I'm doing 10 hours. Simple as. And people know that I'm going to be there. I spend at least double that outside doing social media. Like I have a TikTok account, a Facebook, an Instagram, a Twitter, a Grinder. No, I don't. I don't have a Grinder.
But
and OnlyFans. No, I don't. But you're right. There's so many social platforms you have to be on. Like we've shared the platforms that we use and the tools that we use for the podcast for our own stuff, which has helped each other out really well. Yeah. Like I queue up Instagram posts. My Instagram posts are all queued up until like the middle of October. Yeah. Like I know what is happening.
That's a really good idea because honestly, since you introduced me to the tools that you use, that's made life so much easier. And I highly recommend chat to go out and research the sort of tools that can do that for you, because it's something that when you're shutting off from streaming, for me, I want to be able to stream the nights that I stream. Once I finish streaming, if I spend an hour or two creating clips or creating Twitter posts or Instagram posts, have them all lined up, then on the days that I'm not streaming, the days where I want to relax and spend time with the people around me, I'm not constantly worried about things. You know what I mean? So you've got to get a good balance, and stuff like that, tools like that, help you with it.
Definitely. If you're tweeting every day and you've got nothing for tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you need to reevaluate the tools you're using, because I'm going on holiday like next week. Is it the week? No, the week after next. Okay. So I've queued up things for when I'm away. So when you're on holiday, you can switch the fuck off. Like you don't want to be on your phone thinking, oh, what can I tweet? What TikToks can I do? Like, it's really hard. Stream prep. I don't know about you. What time do you stream? What time do you get to your desk before you stream? Let's put it that way.
I always stream at 7:30. The reason that's UK time. So 7:30 PM UK time is the time I always hit that go live button. Unless something happens and circumstances change and I have to go live a little bit later, for example. But 99% of the time it's 7:30 on the dot. I usually come down. So Oscar goes to bed around 7 PM. So I put into bed at 7 PM every night, more or less every night that I'm every night, but the nights I'm streaming, I'll put into bed and say goodnight to him. And then I'm straight down here, and then it'll be, luckily with my stream deck, I don't really have much to do. I hit the let's go button, and then it just loads everything up. Lights come on, minus the lights behind me, but all the Elgato stuff comes on, everything goes live, and then I just have to sort out the stream titles and kind of, wake myself up and get in the mindset to do a stream. That prep, I'd say I prep more after the stream. Once I've hit that end button, that's when I start kind of, I'll spend a bit of time. I always raid out. I always have to raid out, even if I've only got one person in chat, or if I've got nobody watching, I'll always raid out to somebody, because I think it's the thought that counts. So I'll always raid out. I'll spend about 5-10 minutes in the chat saying hello, and then I'll say I've got to head off. I'm shooting off to bed or whatever. And then usually I'll spend, depending on how tired I am or whatever time it is, I'll usually spend a half an hour to an hour getting clips from the stream and getting them put into like Streamladder or Combo or something like that, and just lining things up to make so that I'm not going into work the next day and slacking off work, which I have done at times, to then do all that during my work day, because then that's just making a rod for my own back, because that's going to come back to bite me on the ass eventually.
Exactly, and I think you're right. I start stream at 7 o'clock on Tuesday and Thursday, and I start at 8 o'clock. I normally get to my PC about half an hour before. So I'm the same as you. I've got a button on my stream deck that says load. I hit the load button. It turns on, it opens OBS. It does like 15 things, sets all my lights up, sets all my colors in the background. So all I need to then do is go into OBS and go stream title, push the button.
Yeah.
Go live. But there's a lot of things that I need to check. Like I have a lot of green screens. Mm-hmm. So I have to go into OBS and check a couple of my scenes that the green screens are working.
Same here, yeah.
Before I go live, because otherwise you'll go into a scene, it'll be like no green screens are there, like shit, what's going on?
Yeah.
And it fucks everything up. And I feel like if I don't do that and I put on like my overlays aren't working, I'm embarrassed because like fucking my stream isn't on point.
Yeah,
like that's a big thing for me. I'm very self-conscious that I'm a perfectionist. You are the same. It needs to be on point.
Do you always have a thing with your Elgato face cam where even though you've got the settings saved to it, whenever you turn it back on, like the white balance or the ISO is like super off? Because at the moment I've got this issue. Do you ever have that issue?
Have you updated the cam control software? There's been an update recently.
I don't know. I will check. I think so.
But the thing is, open the cam control software, set it, and never open it again, and you'll be fine.
Okay, I will try that next time. Good sir, thank you very much. Because
I
that is the one annoyance right now for me.
Exactly.
It's driving me crazy. I do have this thing as well with my stream labels. This is where you're saying that you need everything to be on point. When I streamed last night, I realised that one of my stream labels was like a little bit out of my overlay because the name of the streamer was like had a load of numbers on the end. Yeah, it really did my head in when I watched back my VOD.
It's annoying, isn't it? It is annoying.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
So yeah, like I say, we always prep our streams up. We split our time as effectively as we can. Like there's a hell of a lot of time that I invest in the Discord. I probably invest too much time in the Discord because I love the community. Like I'm in there daily in the community chat, just like chatting with people. Like Pete spends maybe 5 or 6 hours. Heckus in there as well. You've come in as well. It's like it's just like an open chat room that people come in and do voice chat, and it's really good. Like Renobi will come in and go, OBG, I don't know how to do this, and I'm like, I got you, bro. Let me do this for you. And I did that today. I did him a couple of overlays because he's a fucking G, and I'm like, yeah, Renobi, I've got you, man. No worries. So yeah, I spend too much time in the Discord, and the first thing I do on my phone in the morning, I check Discord.
Same here. I always go through every channel that I've not read, check what's missing, and there is a few channels I've turned off that don't apply to me, but most of the channels, the general chat, and obviously the podcast chat between me and you, I'll always go and check to make sure we're on top of things. But that's the thing with the Team OBG Discord. That's why, because it's such an engaging community, I feel no need to go. You know, most Twitch streamers have their own Discords. I have no desire to have my own Discord. I don't need one. That's why on my stream I point it to the OBG Discord, because that's where I am spending 99% of my time. It's the only Discord you'll find me in. So why people just go there, because you'll get to talk to me through that.
And that's the thing. We've got commands in there. Like we've got the commands for the podcast. You can put questions in the Discord. We've just opened the forums in the Discord as well. We did that today. We've literally just launched the forums in the Discord, which is brilliant. And I'm spending more of my time in there now as well. So yeah, it's another thing, but I love it. Like my missus sometimes has to drag me away from the computer, but this is my happy place. Man. Like, this is my fucking happy. I'm smiling every time in here. I'm fucking smiling. Like, why would I not want to be in here? And the missus, she does get it, but sometimes I'm like, I need to spend some wifey time. Like sometimes I'll go wifey time.
It's a difficult balance to, because me and Liv have the same problem at times. You know, she'll see me. She's happy that she knows I've got a passion for it, and she's happy to see me have a passion for something and see me so happy. But if I'm then getting a bit too carried away with it, and then I'm spending 99% of my time downstairs in the basement in the man cave doing this, and I'm not making any time for her, I soon find out about it, because I'm just oblivious to these things half of the time. You know, I get so focused and in my own world that I just think all I want to do is kind of stream or be, you know, chatting with people and in your stream and playing games with somebody. And I do feel bad at times, and you just got to kind of remember what's important in life as well, that the people that had your back before you started streaming, which is your family and your support structure at home, and you do have to have that balance. That's why I try and take those nights away, but it's difficult, man. It's difficult.
It is. It's hard. Pete says, "Can you tell my missus all this?" Because Pete's the guy who's in the Discord with me. Pete, yeah, you're right, man. We spend so many hours in Discord just chatting and enjoying ourselves. But mate, we fucking love it. We absolutely love it. I'm going to get another beer out the fridge because that has gone down far too quick. So I've got another one in here. Let's see what we've got. For it.
I want to see what he's got lined up next, chat. Have you opened any of the beers that Pete bought you yet? Because he bought you 6. There were 6 in the pack, weren't there?
Yeah, I've not opened any of them. I don't want to. I feel like it's a bad thing if I open them.
How long do beers go out? How long does it take for them to go out of date? They must go out of date
easily, at some point. Easily 2 years. Easily 2 years in a can. So this is the one I'm going on. I'm going on the double hazy. This is the double hazy.
This is the what percent is that?
This one is 7.2.
Oh, he's on the hard stuff, chat. He's on the hard stuff. Now.
The secret is to get her to stream as well. Ireland, it's a good question, actually. Ireland's just put in the chat, the secret is to get her to stream as well. I had a 40th birthday stream the back end of July, start of August. And my wife came onto the stream. Bearing in mind she's not subbed to the channel. Someone had to gift her a sub. But she has been on stream for a very short period. But she's like, if you enjoy it, that's you. Crack on. Yeah. She's got a horse, so she just does her own thing. And I think it's good to have that separation. Like, I'm pretty sure that you don't want Liv to be streaming because it will just consume everything in your life.
No, to be fair, I know it would never be her thing anyway. Liv's not a gamer. She's not into any of that sort of stuff. But to be fair to her, she really does try to take an interest. And I know for a fact that it's not really her bag. It's not her thing. She doesn't get it per se, but she likes to take an interest. Last night, she kept me company. She was here for more or less my entire stream. We sat watching stupid videos. It was great. And I think she had a really good time. The chat were really loving the fact that she was there, and it changed up my stream dynamic. It wasn't just me sat here talking, or you know, it changed it up a bit. And I think having that is good as well. And I really appreciated it because it made me feel like she was taking an interest in what I do and what I have a passion for, and we got to technically spend time together. So I've used that as one. That's one of our nights this week, Liv. We had a night together.
I love it, man. That's brilliant. And that's the thing. If you've got that relationship and she's relaxed to come on stream, like a lot of people aren't really self-conscious on stream, but like fuck it, like you're just in your own little world. Just do what you want, man. You're happy. You're happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Ace Coders in chat, and he said he tried his first Brewdog for the first time tonight, and he had a punk, but he prefers Hazy Jane.
Do you know, I don't know whether Ace Coders seen the pop-ups that you've got. Can you pull another one of the questions up onto the screen so he knows?
I will do.
What we've done, Ace, is we've basically pulled your questions into a little an overlay, so that every time someone asks a question, we can basically pop it up on screen.
So for example, if I do this should pop up on screen. So there you go, Ace. That's one of the questions we answered earlier. So that's now when someone. So anyone in chat, if you do redeem the channel point for ask a question /topic, that will come up on screen. So you'll see that question flag up, and we'll sit here and answer it, and we'll go through it. So just a little bit more of an engagement with chat.
Yeah, exactly. It's absolutely brilliant. It's one of those things that me and Mellend are really keen to make this podcast as engaging as possible. It's not just about me and Mellend talking about our own things. It's about engaging with you guys. Yeah. Like making sure that like you guys are here, making sure that you sort of engage with chat, and that's the main thing that it's about. So
that's what it's all about. You guys chat. You are the bread and butter of this. You know, we do this not purely to create an audio version and go and stick it on Spotify and stuff like that. We want the engagement from chat. We want you guys in. We want the questions, and we want us vibing off us. Me and OBG can sit here and rattle on all night. Most likely, we could be here for hours. But eventually we have to stop.
You're right. And I think, like you say, we're on... You can find the podcast on Spotify and Apple Music. You can also find us this week. We launched ourselves onto the Amazon Music podcasts.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Whoop. Yeah, we got ourselves on Amazon Music. So if you do exclamation socials in chat, you can then jump in and click on the Amazon, the Spotify, or the Apple Music. We automatically post them within 48 hours of the podcast. So if you haven't had a chance to listen to the full episode, you can go and watch them back. Or basically just say, Alexa, play the Streamers Unscripted podcast, and it will play it for you.
How cool would that be? That would be awesome. I'm going to test that in a minute. I'm going to go upstairs to my Alexa, and we're going to see if that works.
It does. I tried it this morning.
I'm coming for you if it doesn't.
It definitely works. But that's the thing. It's like there's loads of little things that I love technology. Like we're both techies. Let's be honest. You work in a tech environment. I work for a mobile games company, and we love tech. So these little things, like these little overlays, when we saw them, we're like, this is fucking brilliant. We love it. Absolutely love it. Keeps us smiling.
It does. This is the bit that I love the most about streaming, is the sort of the tech gadgety side of it. It's so, especially if you get kind of in the nitty gritty plugin side of it, and it's so the stuff you can do can make your stream so engaging and stand out so much. It does take a lot of work and it takes a lot of research. I mean, you have spent countless hours looking into stuff. A lot of stuff that I've put in is through getting, because I use Streamlabs OBS, so there's a lot of, you're kind of restricted to what you can do because you're in that sort. It's like having an iPhone compared to, say, OBS is the Android, and you kind of open and you can do, it's kind of more open source, you can do what you want with it. Slobs is like an iPhone where you've got the base of what a smartphone can do, but you're very locked down at what you can do, and that's what Slobs is like. But there's certain softwares that I've been and found that can kind of get me over that and kind of make it not as good as what you can do with the plugins that you can do in OBS, but almost make it not too bad. So there are a lot of stuff out there, and just you gotta do the research.
And we're looking to, like, obviously I would love to. There's Spotify video podcasts. It's something I might want to explore, and I'll probably take the conversation offline just to talk about video podcasts, because we've got a good video setup. We're both running 1080p setups. We've both got good cameras. We've got a really good setup of overlays. So I would love to do a video podcast which we can put on Spotify, because then you can play it on your Amazon device. You can watch the video back.
Yeah,
which will be
something that it's something that I've done. There's the Spotify video podcast has only actually come out quite recently. I think when it first came out, it was locked down to partners, Spotify partners, so people like Joe Rogan and people like that, they could have the Spotify video. But I don't. If it's opened up now to average Joes, then that's a really good avenue to go down. Definitely, it's something that I've done video podcasts in the past. My main stream camera was purchased for. I got it when I first started doing podcasting, to have like a decent camera to do video podcasts with. I loved it. I get more engaged by the video podcast side. I much prefer to watch than listen on the way to work or something. I can sit and watch a podcast all day. I really enjoy it.
And we put them on in the background as well. When I'm working, I'm often listening to podcasts. There's a couple that I watch and listen to, which makes such a difference. Because it's sort of like radio but better. Because you pick a podcast that you like. I do a lot of comedy podcasts as well. I love a bit of comedy, like the Wolf and Owl podcast with Ramesh Ranganathan.
I like that one.
What's the tall guy, Tom?
What is his surname?
I want to say Alan, but it's not Alan. But you know I'm on about the big guy.
I do know what you're on about. Yeah.
So I listen to theirs. But you're right. Like I want to make. We're trying to make this podcast as well digestible, so that people can have it in 45 minutes to an hour, which is the perfect time. We used to do this podcast back in the day for 2 hours. Far too fucking long. Who wants to listen for 2 hours? I'm losing my fucking shit.
It is a long time. I mean, to be honest, but I have sat and listened to like the Joe Rogan podcast, for example. That they can go on for about 3 or 4 hours. Some of the episodes. But I never listened to it all in one go. I listened to, say if I was listening to or watching one episode, it would be spread across like 3 or 4 days. I'd listen to half an hour on my way to work, and then listen to the other half an hour on my way home from work, and then just until I've listened to the entire episode. But I do think the shorter bites of episodes are better, in my opinion.
Agreed, totally. Now we're coming up to sort of back end of September, October. Obviously Halloween is just around the corner. Now, what? Obviously you've got a little boy, you've got Oscar. What sort of things do you do traditionally for Halloween? Are you like one of these decorate your house, put a pumpkin outside? What's your vibe for Halloween?
Halloween, for me, because that's been one of my favourite holidays ever since a kid. I used to love going trick-or-treating and stuff as a kid. Oscar's more or less been too young up until now. I think maybe this year me and Liv spot, because he's nearly 2, and when it comes to October, he'll literally be a couple of months off turning 2. He turns 2 in December. And I think this year will be the first time we'll take him out for Halloween. But to me, Halloween has always been a bit of a time to just go and have a piss up. That's always been what it has been for me for over the past, I'd say, 10 years, because it's just been a time to go out dressed up and go and get drunk in a nightclub somewhere. I've probably passed that these days. I'm getting...
Really?
I think so. I think so. I don't know. I just can't be arsed with it anymore, but OBG, it's a lot of effort in it. And especially down south, they're all looking for trouble. They just want trouble down south, and I
just want to fight, don't they?
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Oh, nice. But yeah, I think like Halloween, it's never been a massive event for me and my family. Like we've never, as kids, we went trick or treating, but never to an extent where it was like a regular thing. Like it's a very Americanized.
It is. Yeah,
trick or treating. We used to like on our development, we basically, whoever's put a pumpkin outside their house is safe to do trick or treating. But if you haven't got a pumpkin, don't knock on the door. That's how it works around our development. And we've got a Facebook group, and that's basically now tradition. It's been happening for the past 4 or 5 years. So if you've got a pumpkin on your drive, you can come and knock at a door. But if you haven't, the kids will go straight past, which is fine. And I think that works really well. I don't know whether that's something that you guys do down your end of the country.
I think they do. I think that's pretty much standard everywhere. Because you'll notice a lot of elderly people won't have anything in their windows. Or some people, like one of our next door neighbours is an elderly couple. And they actually have a sign on the door that says, we're elderly. I don't think it actually says that, but it's something along those lines. Please do not knock on. We're not interested, basically. Which I think is fair enough. Some people, it's not their thing, and you can't be bothered with it. I'm half tempted to do it myself because I'm like, I can't be bothered.
Turn the lights off, close the curtains.
Yeah, I'm not here. But no, I'm looking forward to Halloween this year. We've got plans with one of our friends is hosting a Halloween party. So we're gonna go dressed up. It's a horror theme, so we all have to go as like horror characters from movies or TV shows. I'm not decided on what I'm going as yet. I've not even thought about it. So if anyone's got any suggestions, throw them in chat because I don't know what I can pull off. It's very hard, I'm quite small, so I can't pull off like a Michael Myers. I don't know what I can go as. I don't know.
And following on from that Halloween, like in our own lives, what are your thoughts for stream? What are you going to do for stream for Halloween?
I think I'll play some horror games. There's a few horror games that I've played in the past that have been a bit of a laugh. Not that I've played on stream, that I've just played in my spare time. I'm not a massive horror game guy, but I think for a Halloween themed stream, what do we know what day Halloween falls on? The actual 31st? Because I'm hoping it falls on a night that I stream. Because if it does, that'll be perfect.
Let's have a look at the calendar. Let's have a quick look at my calendar. So 31st of October. It's a Monday, so it is for you. There we go.
Perfect.
It's not for me, unfortunately. My last stream will be on the 29th of October, which is a Saturday.
Well, you can still make it Halloween themed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, did you see my last year's Halloween stream?
No. I wasn't around back then.
My wife did my makeup as a skeleton, and I put on a police outfit. So I've got like a stab vest. Like I'm full on like police outfit. It looks wicked. It looked absolutely fucking brilliant. But yeah, so some of my VODs, one of my clips is like me dressed up as a skeleton with like a full on police vest. Like
I love
Smith.
that.
It looks that's my fancy dress outfit. Really, it's like a police outfit.
Yeah.
We always go as cops and robbers. But yeah, that's what we're looking to do for Halloween. I've got a couple of overlays queued up. If you haven't got your overlays ready, start now. It will take you a long time to get your overlays ready. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I do want to have like a unique, I'm even thinking of trying to think of like unique channel points and stuff that I can use. And the same for when Christmas comes up. I want to have like unique festive or holiday themed things that fit around that. I've not even started to think really about ideas, but I've only just thought about it now, and I thought, oh god, there's so much to actually think about. I didn't realise it was that close, to be honest with you. I've only just realised we're already at the end of September, mate. Where is this year gone?
I know, man, exactly. How long have you been streaming, Mellend? It's like this is your second year, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I guess if you take out the break, which was probably just under a year I took out, so I'd say I've only really been streaming. If you collate the amount of time since I started streaming and took the break, 6-7 months. If you collated all that time together.
Wow.
if I did, I kind of wish I didn't take that break, but I needed it, man. I needed it to focus on life and focus on spending time with Oscar and stuff like that. Eventually, I potentially might even take another break. Probably won't be for so long, but I might. I think every now and then you should take maybe a week or two off. I had a week off not that long ago, so I'm not feeling the burnout yet. But you know, you've got a week off coming up. I bet you can't wait.
I can't wait. We're going back to Cyprus. We're going for a week. We go to like an adults only place. We no disrespect to you. I know you've got kids. But yeah, we like the peace and quiet. We literally do fuck all for a week. We literally lie in a sunbed. We've got a button that presses the fucking waiter to come and give us drinks. That is fucking it for a week.
That sounds amazing, man.
That's what we're doing. I will definitely be jumping into streams while I'm on there. But you're right. You need to have regular breaks. Like I always let people know when I'm away. And I always try and push people to other people's streams if I'm not there. Like if you're not watching me and someone else is live, just go and fucking support them guys. It's like Twitch ain't a competition, bro. Twitch ain't a competition.
No, it's definitely not.
I wanted to thank Island Vibing Presents, who's been in chat today. Thank you so much, man, for being here. We've been conversing over chat. You've been watching the stream. I appreciate you being here. Like these questions and these chats are like Mellend says, our bread and butter. Yeah. And we stream every Thursday 9 o'clock. If you aren't following myself or Mellend personally, you can do. Obviously, our names are at the bottom of our cameras. Obviously, you've got Mellend Live and you've got Old Bold G. If you do !hosts in chat, that'll give you a direct link to our Twitch channels. But yeah, we've had a good chat. We've had a couple of good beers.
Of course we have.
If you obviously if you aren't following the channel, make sure you hit that follow button. And we go live once every week on Thursday night at 9 o'clock UK, 4 p.m. EST. If you fancy being a guest on the podcast, we are actually putting out applications for guests to come on and join us, which will be a video chat, and you'll have 3 screens to look at, like 3 people to look at. And it'd be good to get people, whether they're from the streaming world, whether they're from different backgrounds, whether they're from the US, whether they're from the UK, wherever. But we are open to applications. So if you aren't in the Discord, !Discord, come and join us. Yeah. We also take questions in there as well, don't we, Mellend?
We do. We take the questions. So if you are a member of the Team OBG Discord, there's a podcast topics channel where you can hit your questions. Ace Code is one of the ones who's innuendos. He's placed some questions which we've answered today. We've got a few more for him lined up over the next few weeks as well. We honestly, that is the stuff that we really, when we see those questions come in, it gives us a little buzz because it gives us stuff topics to talk about, and it gives us something to plan ahead so we can start thinking, okay, we've got questions ahead. And I really think that those sort of questions are really helpful, but they don't have to be stream related. They could be whatever. We're not against answering personal questions or whatever, really. Hit us up. We are happy to answer more or less anything within reason, obviously.
Exactly. I love like IRL stuff. Like we've talked about King Charles today. We've talked about the Queen. Like Halloween, Christmas, whatever's happening in the future. It could be a big event like the Modern Warfare 2 launch. It could be something that we've got planned for a Christmas Leeds Christmas market meetup. It could be anything. So yeah, it'd be great to have your topics. But for now, I think we are good. We're going to wrap up. If you aren't following us on any of our socials, we are on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. So you can always follow us. We do put snippets on there. We do put upcoming material. We do put sort of giveaways and stuff that we are going to plan on those social medias as well. Yeah. But Mellend, any final words?
No final words for me other than the fact that I really appreciate you all being here, taking the time out of your evenings to come and spend time with me and little old Ball G over here. We really enjoy doing this, guys. We are absolutely loving it. We really are. Honestly, it's the thing I look forward to most in a week. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy OBG picked me as a co-host. And I really hope you guys are enjoying it and joining in along for the ride. And other than that, that's it. That's all I've got to say.
Fantastic. Well, we've been, I've been OBG. My other host is Mellend. We'll be here next Thursday, 9 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. EST for another Streamers Unscripted podcast. But for now, we will update this to Spotify, Apple Music, and also Amazon Music in the next 48 hours. But for now, we will see you and enjoy the rest of your fucking week. Catch you later, people.
Bye, all. Take it easy.